What's going on, fam? I am Brooke Ashley, your self care specialist, making sure that military matters in and out of uniform. I help military personally develop in the areas of mental health and wellness. So, um, today, you know what, y'all? Life has a way of showing you exactly where you need to be when you need to be there, regardless of how many detours you take. So, with that said, I am reporting live from Europe, y'all. Yes, it has been a grand journey to say the least. But that's neither here nor there. Just understand your girl is doing a thing out here in Europe. Um, but I wanted to come and talk to you guys because it's been a minute, and I'm going to address that. I'm going to address why it's been a minute. But before I do that, I need you to first of all hit that like button. hmm I need you to subscribe, and I also need you to hit the bell so that you can get notified anytime we're putting out a content. You can go ahead and take a look at it. All right. So, with that said, I'm reminded of November 22nd, 2011. That was the original day that I was set to leave for boot camp. And some of you who have had a chance to like really talk to me, you kind of have an idea of what this story entails. But November 22nd, 2011, that was the day that I was scheduled to leave for boot camp for the first time. And on that day, the nurse came back to me and said, Cobbs, you can't go. I said, why not? She said, you're pregnant. I said, you're funny. Run the test again. And we ran that test 3 times, and each one came back more positive than the last. So, needless to say, I was just facing sheer and utter devastation at the time because you have to keep in mind, I had given up my apartment. I moved back home with my parents. I literally, like, I voluntarily repossessed my car. Like, I let go of my entire life in order to get ready to start over. Like, I was sick and tired of like just kind of doing the 20s thing. You know how you just do whatever you want to do in your 20s before you actually take life seriously? I was sick of that. And so that was the day I was set up to change my life. I was literally 30 feet away from changing the trajectory of my life at that time. And when I found out I was pregnant, it hit me hard. Um, I didn't let that stop me. You see, I started over 3 times to wear the uniforms that we get to wear every single day. Needless to say, May of 2013, I was able to come on in and I became a member of the armed forces for the US. But that's not really why I wanted to sit here and talk to you today. Um, I wanted to really come to you because I'm interested in talking about this portion of the journey right now. And I named this video Straight Out of Counseling for a reason. I want to give it to you straight. I don't want to play any games with you. Um, I grew up being one of those kids that was, just more of a goody two shoes, more of a perfect patty. I made the grades, a straight A student, captain of every team I played for, a top athlete with every sport I played, always showing up, always being the best, always who's who of America, honor roll, all this different stuff that I had going on. But needless to say, there was so much that was happening behind closed doors because I felt invisible. I was hurt. But I didn't know that I was hurt. And I didn't know that I was dealing with some deeper wounds than I realized. And it wasn't until now that I started to really, truly deal with those things. And so I want to let you know that you're not the only person in the world who feels hurt and who has ever felt invisible. So I want to connect with you right now on that level for a reason, because I've gone through some things that have caused me to snap. Eventually, all of that stuff within you, the stress, the trauma, the deployments, the family issues, the family history, the stuff you swept under the rug, things that happened to you in your childhood, all these things will literally get you to a place where you will eventually snap. And then lo and behold, the thing that usually like makes you snap is not even actually connected to the things that actually are causing the pain. And so I've been dealing with depression, anxiety. I snapped and I did some things that I completely regret, but that's caused some PTSD effects. I've literally gone through some things that caused me to get to a point, a breaking point where I say, you know what? I can't do this on my own anymore. I can't. It becomes too much to hide. It becomes too much where you can't just put it behind you, sweep it under a rug. Like I said, you can't just keep adding skeletons to your closet. And when that happens, that depression and that anxiety and that PTSD and all the things that you were going through, oh, it's gonna hit you. And so when I finally hit that point, you know what? I had to just self-report. Um, in the military, really anywhere in the mental health field, but in the military, we have the ability to self-report, and just like everybody else, I felt the same exact way, man. I was like, "Oh, hell no! If I do that, no, my career is over. If I can't let the cat out the bag. I can't let folks know I got something wrong with me. I can't let folks know that I need some help. I can't let folks know that I'm imperfect." And I struggle with that. I struggle with that. I struggle with that. I struggle with that. And eventually I had to just self-report. And I had to go in there and I had to put my big girl panties on and I had to stand up and let them know exactly what was going on. I had to let them know exactly what I did. I regretted it. And don't ever think to ask me about it because it's behind me now. I'm not going to, share that news at this time. But what I will say is that I was able to get the help that I needed. And I was so scared. I was so scared. I was so scared, y'all. Like I really didn't know. I didn't know what I was going to face. I didn't know whether I was going to be losing my career that I worked so hard for. I didn't know whether I was going to lose friends, family, loved ones. I didn't know what the hell was going to go on. And you know, I must say this. There's a reason why I'm not talking to you in uniform right now. There's a reason why I'm not doing that. One, because I want to keep my nose ring in. But aside from that, the reason why I'm not talking to you in uniform right now is because a lot of things that I want to say right now, um, it can't be said in uniform. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. Can't be said in uniform. But I want to admit, man, I was fucking hurting. Like I was being somebody that I had no idea who that person was. I never knew myself until now. I was so scared to have boundaries. I was so scared to admit that I'm dealing with depression. I was so scared to admit that I was struggling with anxiety. I was so scared to admit that I was having bad dreams, that I wasn't sleeping well at night, that I was struggling with some inner turmoil. I didn't want anybody to know that. I didn't want anybody to know what the hell I had going on. Nah, fuck that. Can't nobody, nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm OG. You know what I'm saying? I'm Kaz. I'm Brooke. Uh, ain't nobody, nah, can't nobody sweat me later on about something I said and did that it did and said. Nah. And that's how I felt. I realized that I was letting my ego get in the way of my own healing. Write that down. Write that down. Don't let your ego get in the way of your own healing. And for those who are not familiar with what these things look like, depression, when you can't get yourself out of bed, or you feel so low that you feel like you shouldn't even, exist anymore half the time. Your body feels so weak, and your mind is going in so many different directions. Your body feels like, it ultimately feels like you have the flu, like the mental things that you put yourself through ends up taking on a physical effect, and then the next thing you know, you start feeling like you sick, and you start feeling like your body is aching, and you can't get your mind right. I'm telling you, it's real. And I couldn't get my ass off the couch for nothing, for nothing. The only thing that kept me going was the fact that I knew I needed to provide for my daughter. And being in the military, knowing that I didn't have the option to just call out. We don't have that option, y'all, to just call out and be like, oh, no, I'm sick. I'm taking a sick day. We don't do that shit in the Navy. We don't do that in any branch of the military. Where they do that at? But I was struggling, y'all. I was showing up at work with a smile, even though I was crying and I was torn up inside. But I went and got help, and I utilized the military resources available to me for free. For free. At least it ain't coming out of my like direct paycheck per se. You know what I'm saying? But it was available to me, and I took advantage, even though I did it scared. Yes, I need you to write this down. I need you to have the courage to do it even when you're scared. Have the courage to do it even when you're scared. Have the courage to do it even when you're scared. So, um, without diving too deep, without diving too deep on this particular video, anyway, there's a couple of things that I need you to understand. One, I need you to understand that mental health is absolutely important. Mental health and wellness is absolutely important. And so understand what is mental health. We think of just taking a bath, self-care, just taking a bath is mental health. Just going and talking to a shrink, is mental health. No, all of these things play a part in the overall picture of healing. The way my coach explained it to me is, here's the thing I need you to understand with that. I have a therapist and I have a coach. I have a therapist or counselor and I have a coach. And so understand that it is a team effort when it comes to mental health and the healing process and wellness overall. So one of the things my coach taught me is that when we start to dive into healing, and we start to dive into putting the right parameters in place for our mental health, you got to understand you're going to open up some wounds. You're gonna open up some wounds. You gonna tear into some childhood trauma, some things that you didn't even, you didn't think about because you threw it so far back into your mind. You buried it so deep within yourself. You don't convince yourself that it never happened or it never fucking existed. When the truth of the matter is that shit tore you up and it ate you alive. Yup. Let's keep it 1,000. It tore you up and it ate you alive, and you were lost, and you've been lost for a very long ass time, but you now want to admit that to yourself. And so that's why you have the help of a team to help you to go through these processes. Here's the catch with that. My coach also told me, once you start opening wounds and stuff, you have to put yourself, before you go into this counseling, therapy, coaching, help process, you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for it. And in being ready for it, you got to understand that once you start the process of opening wounds, you cannot allow yourself to just walk away from the process, because you're going to be walking away with open wounds. And when you walk away with open wounds, or you walk around with open wounds, what's going to happen to the wound? Yep, it's going to get infected. Yep, you're going to be going through some things, and you're going to actually put yourself in a more worse off position than you were prior to that session or sessions with your therapist and counselor. And so I want to encourage you to get the help. As we get ready to roll into 2022, I want to encourage you to put yourself in position to get the help. But I want to make sure that you are ready to do it. So make sure that you take the time to ask yourself, am I ready? Can I do this right now? And remember to have the courage to do it even when you're scared. Because I promise you, boo boo, I would not be who I am right now. I mean, so many different journeys have begun just from just from speaking up. Just from speaking up, just from getting some help. I mean, your girl, I mean, self-confidence is changing, swag changing. You see the locks, you see the nose ring, you see the fly. I'm changing, bruh. I'm changing, but I'm changing to be the person that I've always known myself to be. I'm changing because I'm growing and I'm stretching. I'm changing because you know what? I don't give a shit about what other people think anymore. And it's a constant everyday learning process and reminder process to put myself in position to not give a shit. Yep, I said it. I said it. And understand that this journey continues. I'm not self-righteous. I'm not extra healed or anything in this very moment. No, I'm absolutely not. I'm not. But you know what? I'm on this journey. Haha. I'm on this journey, boo. I'm on this journey. And I want to encourage you to begin your journey. So I've decided, you know what? I'm having a brand change. I'm having a brand change. And I wanted to come to you and talk to you about some really cute stuff. Nope. Your girl ain't about that life anymore. I wanted to have something all set and all like, picture perfect in the uniform and, speaking so properly and shit. I wanted that because I thought that's who I was supposed to be. That's because I was stuck in perfect Patty land. But then I learned to become myself as I've gone through more of my healing process and understand that healing hurts, honey. So you're gonna have to grit down, bear down, get yourself up and over some humps and some hurdles that you did not ever see coming. But I promise you it's worth it. And so I want to now become that avenue, become a bit of that safe space. I want to help in the process of continuing to encourage one another to get the help we need when it comes to mental health and wellness. And understand that mental health and wellness has to do with mind, body, and spirit, baby. Mind, body, and spirit. So understand your girl ain't running no more, baby. Ain't running anymore. I'm being exactly who I was created to be. Like it, love it, either love me or leave me alone, boo. Like I can't. Like I just don't even have it in me. You know what I'm saying? I've always been allergic to mediocrity. I've always been the type of person who always wanted to be more. But now I'm being so much more in a completely different way because now I'm able to be myself. Yes. Yes. And when I tell you it's so powerful. When I tell you my boundaries are so powerful. When I tell you my vibe is so powerful. Understanding my greatness is so powerful. Like this is a journey that I started this journey in 2015. Never ever did I think in 2015 when I started this journey that I would be here as we get ready to go into 2022. I had to get the hell out of the US for a little while so that I can really see what the hell I was dealing with and face myself. So, mental health, wellness. That's the page we on, y'all. That's the that's the page we on, bro, for real. Um, I have a couple things I did want to share with you guys. You know what? Speaking of 2022, we got some things happening, baby boo. Yep. You see it. You see it. I'm speaking all of this into existence. Nope, I'm not picture perfect. Nope, I don't have everything. Nope, I don't have a whole bunch of wonderful, studio equipment, all this. I don't have all that. But you know what? We rolling. 2022, it's on. It's on. It's on. Coming out with a new book, y'all. I'm on. You see it? See it? See it? Coming out with a new book. Reset. All right. Reset. 20 practical ways to go from trauma to triumph. Yep. Yep. I'm speaking it into existence. Believe it or not, I wrote this book. I wrote this book. Uh, I wrote this book in 2019. I wrote this book in 2019, but something in my spirit would not allow me to release this book. I know why now. And the reason being is because I wasn't ready. I wasn't fully and genuinely aligned. I was speaking on some shit that I was just repeating instead of actually speaking from real, true experience. Now, the stories are real, the journal entries are real, the lessons learned are real, but they have been taken to another level. Yeah, I'm serious. Your girl is doing it, man. Be doing it. The reason I got this shirt on instead of my uniform, truth, baby. Truth. Trust yourself, respect yourself, understand yourself, tend to yourself, and honor yourself, honey. I need you to stand on your truth. Now, God put this in my heart ages ago. Ages ago. I promise you, He put it in my heart ages ago. But I'm just now getting around to being the person that I needed to be in order for us to meet up properly. All right. Coming out with the truth line, y'all. Coming out with the truth performance gear. All right. With that, now understand that this is about a lifestyle. This is about a movement towards mental health and wellness. All right. Truth. We talking about the truth lifestyle. Stand on your truth, babe. We ain't got time for you to be faking it until you make it. Be who you are. Be exactly who you were created to be. You know what that means? Show up. You know who you need to show up for? You. Show up for yourself. Stand on your truth, baby. Understand it's real. It's real in these streets. And so, with that said, I don't want to hold you guys too long. But with that said, you know what? I just want to encourage you guys. I want to encourage you. Seek help. Seek help. I know we scared. I know we think it's going to end our careers. I know. But it's not. I really honestly was scared shitless. I'm not going to lie. But it's not. Get the help you need. And when I say seek help, I need you to seek professional help. I'm not talking about seeking the opinions of your friends and family. Even though they may mean well, they're not going to get that full picture. And they ain't going to be able to give you exactly what you need to hear all the time. So make sure you seek professional help. And I need you to understand that another good resource that you can use other than the counselors at your base or what have you, Military One Source. Military One Source can definitely help you, help your family, your children, whatever, you know what I'm saying, your dependents, like help y'all get back on the right track, like get the help you need, bro, like for real, like I mean that with love. Utilize Military One Source, utilize all this free shit around you, like it's real talk, like use that shit. um uh I need you to journal. I need you to go to 99-cent store or wherever, get you a little journal, get you a little journal. And I need you to write in your journal. Take some time for yourself, 10, 15 minutes and just reflect, reflect. What truth have I been running from? What truth have I been running from? And don't think about the answer. Don't second guess whatever comes to mind. Just start writing. Don't even worry about making sentences. Don't even worry about it making sense. Don't even worry about what order or direction you writing in on a paper. Just start writing shit. Just start writing it and writing it and writing it. Don't think, just write. Because so much is gonna come up in you, boo. So much is gonna come up in you. All right. So once again, hey, 2022, boo. 2022, we making moves. 2022, we making moves. All right. So look forward to reset. Look forward to truth gear. All right. It's real in these streets. Yes, these European streets. It's real in these streets. And remember, fam, you matter. Peace.